We made it. We are in our apartment. There's Kayla. I'm just in the midst of moving tables around to set up my workstation for the next few days. But yeah, we made it to Split. We checked in. The host was fantastic. Gave us a little bit of a guide in terms of, you know, what to look for, where we're at, how close the beach is. So we're very, very excited.
It's our first day in Croatia. We were delayed coming. If you haven't seen the last vlog, we were supposed to get here on Monday. It is now Wednesday. We just pulled up. I'm taking a little nap, and Andrew just got us some snackies.
Groceries!
Yay! We had to get up nice and early this morning. We were up at 3:30 to get to the airport. Our flight was at 6 o'clock. We did, instead of a 1-hour flight to Croatia, which is the goal, was a 1-hour flight from Milan to Split. We did a 2-hour flight from Milan to Amsterdam. We did a 4-hour layover in Amsterdam, and then we did a 2-hour flight from Amsterdam to Split. But we're here, so we can't complain, and we didn't have to pay any extra. The airline just like rebooked us on the new ticket. So we have a couple days here. I think we're gonna definitely go to the beach tomorrow. We're gonna do some exploring of the old town, and then on Saturday we're gonna head over to Zagreb, where we will be for 2 weeks. So join us. So we just got a delivery from the Glovo app. We are feeling a little like we don't want to go out today. I know that we've had like 2 lazy days, but I've been having some feet issues, and I just want to feel better, and we want to go to the beach tomorrow. So we're also
working till 11.
So we ordered some food. We're trying a couple of different local sausage type things that are popular here and in other Balkan areas, as well as some dips, some creams, some flatbreads. So I'm looking forward to it. Green and blue, indigo and violet dew. I know the colors of the rainbow. They were not hard to find. And although I can't tell the difference. We just got back from the beach, and we are having a little taste of some moonshine that our hosts graciously left us. Except we're having the hardest time trying to remember if it's almond or walnut. But apparently this is a popular thing here, and sometimes people will mix it with warm milk. Sometimes they'll mix it with water. Sometimes they'll drink it like whiskey. Sometimes they'll shoot it. So we're gonna have a little sippy sip. Tell you how it is.
that's a thing.
That's so good.
It's gonna be super strong.
I'd put that in my coffee.
It'd be really good in coffee.
Yeah. Our host was saying that this is also a good digestive. So if you have this with like a glass of water, it helps with like just gut stuff, which I could see. Very good.
Good morning. We are off to the mall to replace Andrew's suitcase. So come along with us. You got a new suitcase?
Yeah, new suitcase. My old suitcase was very similar to Kayla's. And as you can see, here, let me move my shorts. Like height-wise or thickness-wise, they're about the same. Not a big difference. But definitely that width.
Oh yeah, a couple inches there for
Yeah,
sure.
and then the height. I can't lift Kayla's, but well, I can.
Yeah, a couple inches there for sure too. All right.
So
So we got a little extra space that we weren't anticipating.
that's fine with me. We were always checking our luggage, so it doesn't matter in this case. So a little bit extra working room.
One of the things that's interesting here is that, well, obviously all around the world, all the suitcase dimensions are so different. Even the suitcases that we bought were technically bought in Canada and they still don't meet carry-on size, even though they're considered carry-on luggage when you go to search for them. And so when we were looking here, the size down was a lot smaller than ours. And we knew that we couldn't size down. Like Andrew could not afford to get something smaller than what we already had. So sizing up was the only good option. But the wheels were really nice. The inside's really nice. The zippers have locks on them, which is great. It's expandable, which is what he wanted. So checking off a bunch of boxes. Andrew's all packed in his new big suitcase.
Like, even with the expansion, it was about the same width.
So basically we gained
That much height.
that much height.
Yeah, everything else is about the same.
What's
well,
that? 3 inches?
honey, sure. That's 3 inches.
Gained a significant amount,
Oh, wait, here, 1 second.
and it can still expand. So, win.
No.
It is our last day in Split. We are currently in a beautiful garden outside of Old Town, and we are waiting for a tour. So we packed up our entire Airbnb today, gave our luggage to our Airbnb host, and now we are going to be taking a tour of the Old Town. We have a bunch of hours to waste. So after our tour, maybe we'll go to the
Game of Thrones museum. Maybe we'll just walk
check
around.
Check out more of Split.
We'll do
There's
some
a lot.
eating. So
Yeah.
today at around 8 p.m. we take our flight from Split to Zagreb, and once we get there, we're there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're really excited. Come check out Old Town with us. Got back from our first grocery run here in Zagreb. We went to a local market, got some meat and eggs and some fruits. And then we went to a grocery store and picked up some essentials like oil, butter, beer, you know, everything you might need. So we're dropping it off at home and then filling up our water bottles to make sure that we have some nice cold water in the fridge. And then we're gonna head out for some food because I'm hungry. And we're not gonna make food here right now. We'll do it later.
Tuesday afternoon, Jesus. About to get started at work here, but wanted to give you a bit of an update. Kayla and I are doing a little bit of travel planning. So we are currently in Croatia. We are leaving for Greece in 2 weeks. All that is booked. Then we leave for Cyprus. We do 2 weeks in Cyprus. That's all booked. Then we go to Jordan for a week. That's all booked, sort of. And then we are planning to go to India, and that has not been booked. So we just booked the flights. We are flying to Delhi from Amman in Jordan. So right now, though, the debate is taking a train that same day that we land and going straight to Agra, so that we would do the Taj Mahal the next day or something like that. It's just not as straightforward. Again, the flights were a little bit tricky. We had to go through Istanbul to get there, which not the end of the world, but you know, not ideal. And we're now trying to figure out the train system, and it's not as straightforward as we would like, but it is what it is. Again, in a massive country like India, where trains are such a big transportation medium, there's a lot of stations and there's a lot of way of doing it, but there's only like one site to book, and it's just not as straightforward as we're used to. That is our current plans right now, is to try to get stuff figured out for India, because we have a lot of Southeast Asia booked in terms of hotels or hostels or whatever. We have nothing booked for India. Now we have the flight there, so we are landing in Delhi, so that's done. It's wild to think that we are booking already for August, September. Here is Kayla and our laundry. Kayla is trying to book stuff. Our laundry is already dried. Taking it chill, super chill, no stress. No stress, I'll chill.
How many times have I cried today, Andrew?
Just once, but it was a continuous cry. Twice? When was it twice? I guess
Before and then after.
Oh, okay. I counted it as one long cry.
Maybe.
With a break in between, but that's fair. Okay. 2 tears by 2 o'clock. So we call it Tuesday special. So I booked our flights to India through Air Canada because we could use our points and book through Turkish Air. But as I was doing so, I was like, oh, I should take a look at our flights home for February. And there was like an update. They were like, hey, update to your flights. And we're like, sweet, let me check it out. So we used to be flying out on February 10th at 11 in the morning from Sydney, Australia. Don't know what that was in Australian. Sydney, Australia, no accent. We would stop in Vancouver, we would stop in Toronto, and then we would get home to Fredericton just past midnight on the 11th. Not terrible. There's a total of about 23 hours traveling. Our new change is Sydney to, I presume, Sydney to Vancouver, to Toronto, to Montreal, to Fredericton.
Wow.
In less time, in 20 hours. Instead of 23 hours. And you're saying, Andrew, how could that be? And I was like, great question. Our layover in Montreal is 57 minutes. So that's a little tight. Fortunately, our layover in Toronto is negative 24 minutes. So
Not again.
that's going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm going to wait because they will probably make other changes.
It's another day in Zagreb, and we are taking our laptops to a cafe. Andrew has some writing to do. I have some stuff to do. We'll see if I do any of it. But we're trying to find cafes that are good with Wi-Fi and are okay with people having laptops there. So that's on the agenda today. For a little over a week now, but we just did a little bit of a restock with some of our toiletries. One of the big ones is sunscreen. We got some new sunscreen, we got some new facial sunscreen. I like the stuff that goes on your face specifically because usually it's oil free and so it doesn't give me breakouts and things like that. It's also tinted, which I like. Haven't tried this brand before, so we'll see how it goes, but I think it's also a German brand, so it's probably not going to be available in other parts of the world. But we needed that. We needed actual sunscreen. They have like the pump action spray instead of the like aerosol spray, which is really nice. We also picked up some face masks because our faces take a beating in the sun, on the road, not hydrating, things like that. I also grabbed a hair mask because my hair has also taken a beating. I've kind of stopped using conditioner, which is not great. Right now it's really greasy, so don't judge it. And then nail files is the last one. We used to have one big nail file and it got completely used up, so we threw that out, and now we have 10 small ones. Oh, the last one that we have that we just got as well is mouthwash. That's the restock right now. I'm sure at some point we gotta go through our closets and tell you about what we've gained and what we've gotten rid of and what's happened along the way, but for now, that's the toiletry restock, and we are on month 5 going on to 6.
We're going on a pub crawl. I've convinced Andrew to do a pub crawl with me. We are going to a hostel that hosts a bunch of pub crawls. Oh, you're in your underwear.
Yeah.
Did not realize that. Andrew needs to get dressed still. We're going to a hostel that hosts the pub crawls, and then from there we're going with the group. They say they cap them at 50, so there could be as many as 50 of us. Who knows? It doesn't feel like it's super, super busy here this season, but
So
we
we're
are
going to an
kind of
area
like out of it.
We're also going to an area that's not where we're at, kind of thing. So like there may be a much bigger.
So who knows? Anyways, join us. We survived the pub crawl. Drank a lot at the open bar at the beginning of the night. Made some friends. Andrew will forever love meeting Ben and Jerry on the same night.
I don't know if if their actual names were Ben and Jerry, but they were very adamant about it, and they were also very giddy about the fact that their names were Ben and Jerry. But they were like two English blokes who literally just looked like classic British guys.
And we were definitely the oldest people on this pub crawl.
Yeah.
There was one guy who was literally from Zagreb who did the pub crawl. It's through a hostel, but you could go and buy tickets no matter who you are or where you're staying. So that's why we went. Yeah, we were definitely the oldest. We were definitely like, especially at the first stop, no one was really talking to us. And I think that's like one of the downsides of traveling as a couple. People are automatically a little less likely to talk to you because you are a group of two, as opposed to like if you're a solo traveler and another solo traveler wants to talk to you, they're more likely to come up to you and start a conversation because they're kind of in the same boat, whereas not the case with couples, which is kind of hard for making friends on the road. And it is definitely a downside for sure, because it just means that Andrew and I are just spending all of our time together, which is great. We love each other, but yeah, it would be nice to like hang out with other people and talk to other people sometimes while we're on this journey. We got home around 2:00. I was very drunk. I remember asking the Uber driver a bunch of questions about Zagreb, so we have a bunch of new recommendations, so we're gonna try out some of those. We are gonna go to the zoo today. I don't know much about this zoo, or what's there, or if it's gonna be any good or what.
It's in or around a very nice park.
So, should be nice.
Savior, where are you now? I'm waiting here. Sing for me sweet lullabies. Bright nights, I'm everlasting darksome days. Bright nights, I'm wearing the stain you made on me, and I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait for the bright nights to lead my way through the maze.
You've got me questioning my position. In
In case you're wondering what a day-to-day setup looks like, this is Andrew's setup currently in the kitchen on our Airbnb. We have a beautiful table. We set up over here because he wants the internet cord, which comes from the box.
And it's not
super short.
It sits there. And I'm also mentally paranoid about putting my laptop on a stovetop, even though I know it's like I have to turn it on. But there's a part of me that I'm like, all it would take is me going like, whoops, or putting a book on it, and then all of a sudden my computers have melted.
Anyways, we're making a snack
We got some danishes from a bakery this morning. We got some local kruidensaus, which is like garlic sausage. We got a cucumber. We got some fruits. So, lots of good stuff.
My game is as strong. Flowers at the
Good morning. It is Tuesday. It's our last week in Zagreb, and my hair's a mess. I'm gonna take that out. But we are just waking up here, and we're trying to plan out what we're doing for the rest of our trip here. So we leave on Friday for Thessaloniki in Greece. I know it's been a little slow. We really took this time to kind of relax and just hang out because it's been really busy. It's been a really busy couple months. And I mean, like, that's summer. Our family and friends are coming to visit us, and we're trying to like fit in all the fun times, and we're trying not to annoy them too much with a camera in their face. And I know that means that you guys get a little less, but hopefully you're still enjoying these vlogs.
prison days in the time and time again.
There are some extreme heat warnings in effect, but we're down to our last couple days in Zagreb, Croatia, so we are going to go out and explore. There is this river that runs in the southern part of the city that I've been really wanting to see. It has a beautiful park beside it, so that's what we're gonna go check out today. But first, we're gonna go and get some breakfast because we are running out of things to make breakfast here.
This is strong. Flowers at the market. Let her have her shot. I call it respect. One woman to another. Yes, we all work hard, be our best. Replica or not.
It's hot. We're near a roadway, so sorry if it's loud.
It is currently 34 degrees. We took the streetcar over to the south side on the other side of the river. We did a little bit of sightseeing. We went through the park, which was gorgeous. Saw one of the lakes, and we're now at the other bridge, or another bridge. We're gonna walk back and then catch the streetcar or bus or whatever back to our place. But it is 34 degrees Celsius, so it is.
And it's what time, Andrew?
It is 1 p.m.
Which means it'll only get hotter between now and like 4 p.m.
Yeah, I believe we were saying that it should be going up to 36 by 4 or 5 p.m.
And they have an extreme heat warning.
We are currently in an excessive heat warning.
So, trying to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Don't you say it, I can't hear it. I get defensive when I think you're calling me out. But I don't scream, I don't shout.
Good morning. We've got another full day of us ahead. We've got another full day ahead of us. We are just getting ready. We finished breakfast. We're putting all our sunscreen on and stuff. There's another heat warning in effect. It's 30 degrees already, and it's only 11 o'clock. We're heading over to do an escape room. We're really excited for this one. So we're gonna do that this morning, and then later after work, we are gonna go and explore some of the walking streets here, check out some cathedrals, and see some of the sites that we haven't seen yet in Zagreb, because it is our last night, which is wild. So we also have to do some packing today, so you'll probably see a little bit of that. And yeah, then we're off to Greece. Let's go.
But if you're telling me that you found me out,
Back from the escape room, it is so warm. We have the air pump in. We took longer than we should have on the escape room. It was a 70-minute room, and we finished it in 80 minutes. And it had so many puzzles in it. Sometimes you go to escape rooms and you get like, I don't know, 4 or 5 puzzles, but there's like, just the way that they're laid out, it takes you a really long time. This one was literally like, we thought we were done, and it opened up a whole new room with like 3 more puzzles in it that we had to do. So yeah, it was wild. It was really good, and I definitely recommend it. Go check it out. It's by Elephant in the Escape Room,
And I think that they have a new room coming soon, which is great. They're also really good friends with all of the other escape rooms. And so if you do a room with them, they actually have coupons for like 10 euros off all the other rooms around the area and in some of the other cities in Croatia. So really loved it. 10 out of 10. Anyways, we're gonna get some packing done. And then tonight we're gonna go exploring. We are back from our evening away. We had some really good times tonight. It was really pretty. We actually, on top of seeing St. Mark's Church, we also saw some of the World War II tunnels, which was really cool. And that was unexpected. And we also just kind of like hung out on one of the walking streets and had a beer. So now we are going to get our shit together and get packing because we leave tomorrow.